Hello everyone, it's Jessica here, and I'm back with another video for a Cherry on Top Crafts featuring Technique Tuesday. So this month's theme is heat embossing, and I'm just popping out some of these chippies by Mintay Papers, and this is from their outdoor collection, and I'm just going to do some heat embossing on these. It's one of my favorite things to do and incorporate in my scrapbooks, so I'm going to show you how I do that. So I use Versamark ink, and I've pulled out a black sparkly embossing powder from my stash here and some red as well. I have this little cute Jeep that I've pulled off of the chipboard sheets, and I have just stamped and applied that Versamark ink over top, and then I sprinkled the embossing powder right over top of that because that's what actually makes it stick. And then I'm using my heat gun to heat that up and actually make it not so powdery anymore and convert it into that embossed goodness. So I have transferred over the excess embossing powder back into the pot. I'm actually going to tape off the tires, including the spare tire on my little Jeep, because my Jeep is actually red instead of black. But the red embossing powder that I bought from a Cherry on Top, the Wow red embossing powder, is very, very bright. And I thought, you know what? I can make this work and make it more of a darker red like my Jeep. I bet if I just use black underneath like this. So that's kind of why I made the entire thing black first. I'm just going to tape off the tires using some pixie tape. You can also use washi tape if you don't have any pixie tape. Whatever you have in your stash would work just fine for that. And then I am just kind of tapping that Versamark ink pad on top of it and then sprinkling the red embossing powder. See how bright it is? It's very, very bright. But I'm gonna actually heat emboss this, and then you can watch the magic happen here. I'm just gonna pull this up off of my paper because the tape was sticking a little bit. I like to go in from underneath first. That way it kind of makes some of that powder stick a little bit better and doesn't immediately blow it all off whenever I hit it with the heat tool. And then I go on the front side. You can see how gorgeous that turned out. And then I actually did some of the trees in green using the same double technique because the green I had was also very bright. And I did the outdoor life letters as well, but I end up not using the trees and the life. I did pull in the outdoor word at the not the very end of this layout, but towards the end I decided to add it in. So here I've just chosen some papers from the Simple Stories collection, Here and There collection. Yes, Here and There collection, I believe it is. And I have trimmed down a piece of white color block textured cardstock down to, I think it was about 11.25-inch square. And then I just have that little border along the edges of it because I cut out the middle of it using my X-Acto knife and cutting mat. And then I had just the little border. And then I saw this cut apart sheet that's in this collection, and I just loved this little 3x4 card, but I wanted to create a geotag. So I actually had a little acrylic piece by Bramble Fox in the shape of a geotag. So I just stuck that down and traced around it and used it as a template. I'm actually scrapbooking this layout at a crop, so I don't have all the things that I normally have in my stash. So I just brought this with me, and I kind of used what was at my disposal. So I'm just digging through this collection, seeing what else I can use. I've got these 3 photos today of one of our Jeep rides when we took our Jeep out mudding. It was like shortly after we got it, maybe like a month or so after we got it. And we were really trying it out on some trails and through some really deep mud puddles. So we had a bunch of fun, and my boys just loved seeing the mud just kind of fly off the tires. And it was a lot of fun. So I am just matting these photos with one of the pattern papers in this collection, and then I'm just using my edge distresser to distress the edges. If you don't have an edge distresser, you can use the edge of your scissors as well, or you can get one. I think Tim Holtz makes one, and it's probably in the shop as well. So I'll put my affiliate links down below if you want to grab anything from the shop. And here is the little chipboards in this collection, which I absolutely love. I thought that camera was just super cute, and I just love the way that the strap was kind of pointing towards my photos. So I want to put that there. And basically here, I'm just filling this in. So I want my photos kind of staggered down my page, and I want to kind of grunge this up a little bit more. So I'm grabbing some rub-ons by 49 and Market, and I'm just going to apply those kind of around my photos. And then I saw these beautiful little frames, and I hardly ever use these frames, but I thought these would just be perfect to lay in behind my photos. So I'm going to grab a couple of these and layer behind all my photos, and I'll use some of my ATG tape gun to stick those down here in a minute. This one is actually pretty much perfect size for this. So I'm going to tape this down as best as I can and just get that adhered to my photo, because it's pretty much the exact same size as my photo is whenever it's matted. So I am just going to do my best to adhere that together. And then I'm just grabbing some of these little outdoor pieces. I used these on a different layout previously, and I decided not to use them, these particular ones, on that layout. So they worked perfect for this. I just kind of keep them with this collection because it's from the outdoor collection, and I don't really have anything else with that except for that cut apart sheet and the chippies that I already used. So I decided to just keep it in with this collection since the colors matched, and I ended up pulling them out, and I'm going to use them on this one. So I'm just going to continue embellishing from this point. I've grabbed that destination little wordy piece for the bottom from 49 and Market, and I've got that pack that matches this. So I'm just kind of pulling in a lot of random pieces and just building my layouts around my photos and my little Jeep at the bottom. So I'm just going to continue embellishing this, and I'm going to pop some music in here, but I will stop back in a little bit later. So here is the finished layout. I will drop all the links below in case you want to grab anything for the shop that I've used today. And thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for being here, and be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys, and have a great day. Bye-bye.